Okay, so this is what he was leading to. So basically, the symbols to represent ideas may be sound or color. Anything is fine. Sometimes it's Om, sometimes it's like they call out the Azan, okay? Or in the Gurudwara, in different places, it will be different sounds, okay? And colors also. Now, deaf and dumb people have to think with other than sound symbols because they can't hear, they can't speak. So for them, maybe the sight, the color, the shape, all these things. So every thought in the mind has a form as its counterpart. Now just think this. Every thought, every single thought, this is in the mind has a form as its counterpart. So when there is a thought, the thought is a form. Thought takes a form if you look at it, right? So then this is called in Sanskrit Nama Rupa. Swamiji used to say Nam Rup Janjal, which means the thought is only a Janjal. It's a Janjat. So it's a messy thing. It's an entangling thing, the thought. Because the thought has taken a name and a form. There cannot be a thought without a name and a form. Now we have to think, is there a thought? Without a name and a form, there is no thought. Every thought will have some form or some name or something. Otherwise, it will not come to us. Now, it is as impossible to create by convention a system of symbols as it is to create a language. It's not easy. Even for the blind, when they created that braille, it's not easy. It's a lot of challenge to create a new language or to create a new system. Now, in the world's ritualistic symbols, we have an expression of the religious thought of humanity. It is easy to say that there is no use of rituals in temples and all such paraphernalia. We all say, na, Are, what is this ritual? What are these symbols? What you all are believing? Every baby says this in modern times. Imagine he's saying this maybe 1800 end or 1900. Now we are into 2024 and we can still use the same sentence that every baby says that in modern times. So then, it is easy to say it, but it must be easy for all to see that those who worship inside a temple are in many respects different from those who will not worship. We see the difference of people who worship and people who don't worship. Therefore, the association of particular temples, rituals, and other concrete forms with particular religions has a tendency to bring into the minds of the followers of those religions the thoughts for which those concrete things stand as symbols. Like for some, it is a swastika. For some, it is a Om. For some, it could be the cross. For some, it could be the Sri Yantra. So depending on the shape, depending on what they are following, like people who follow certain, certain systems like Buddhism, maybe they have something. Some people will have a lotus. Some people will have swans. So depending on the symbol, wherever you are following whatever, naturally that becomes concrete for those people. The thoughts for which those concrete things stands as symbols, and it is not wise to ignore rituals and symbology altogether. To a certain extent, probably he means you can ignore, but do not ignore it altogether, because all rituals and all symbols, like we were speaking about rituals also in previous sessions, I don't remember which, but it's very important to have the rituals. The rituals have their own cultural, religious, and spiritual understanding. All three. Culturally, like Ganesh Chaturthi was started by Lokmanya Tilak, because during the freedom movement, it was useful. So it became a cultural thing. Then it became a religious thing. And it also holds spiritual meaning. So then all rituals and all cultures have their own symbols, have their own values, in their own way. Okay? The study and practice of these things form naturally a part of Karma Yoga. The study and understanding of symbols and rituals form a part of Karma Yoga. That's what he is saying. So like he said about the householder also, that he has to follow certain rituals, certain symbols you have to pray to. All this is part of Karma Yoga. So you just need to understand it. It's not like I should understand everything in the world. Whatever you are following, you understand. That's more than enough.